is. Okay. Here we are again. Feels so strange all of a sudden going back to PC streaming, having not done it in a while. Hold on a second. Let me just double check. Yep, that's working. Good. Don't know if desktop audio is working yet, but I would imagine it is because it's got a stereo on OBS's scene descriptor. There's no audio for the game yet, though, so that's probably why that's not working yet. Goes to show how long it's been since I've actually done anything with this controller. It's got a little dust on it. Okay, it is 4:31 according to both of my clocks. So we'll wait like, I don't know, 3 minutes. And then we'll get started, I think. Just do a real quick double check here. Okay, because I should be able to see this on my other chat window. Right there, yep. Okay. That's good. Means that everything should be working how it's supposed to. Keyword is should be. But we all know how it goes with technical difficulties, but we'll figure that out as we go. No big deal. Okay. Excuse me. But I should have everything here that I need. Now, if I do this, yeah, it does pause that. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for when it becomes relevant. That I'll be exiting off of the thing if I need to scroll my list down. I was going to say this is where two screens would come in handy, but, well, frankly, two screens wouldn't come in handy in this case because it wouldn't matter how many screens I had. If I clicked off of the thing, I wouldn't be able to see, well, I would be able to see it, but I wouldn't be able to hear the audio simultaneously while I was clicking around, so. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? Just getting ready to get started right now, and I think I might actually do this. Hold on, before I get started. Go like this. Put that right there. And then we're still good. Okay, doing all right, relaxing for a bit. Sounds good, Conker. Always a good thing. Get a chance to relax for a bit. Let me move this up and over, because if I do this, yeah, that's a lot better. I mean, that's a lot of the screen that's taking up, but you, first of all, nobody except for me can see that, I don't think. It's just, I have a guide in the background on a screen that will tell me where all of the different collectibles are in this game, because there are collectibles in this one, so we're already off to a better start than before. Because the levels are actually populated with something other than just fighting and gemstones to refill your resources for fighting. But I have that open on the side because I don't remember where everything is in this game, and I want to go for everything if I can. At least all, not 100%. Like 100% I think implies that you find literally all of the collectibles, including the experience collectibles, and we're not going to worry about that. But I would like to get all the health and energy upgrades in this game. Speaking of which, I think now's as good a time as any to get started, so let me just do this real quick. And I've been feeling a sneeze coming on for at least the past 3 or 4 minutes, but it has not come up yet. Hang on. There we go. Excuse me. Actually, be right back again, because I'm going to get rid of any of the lingering effects of that. Sorry, couldn't think of a better way to say below my nose. I was trying to find a euphemism for it, and that was all my brain could come up with. Okay, let's get going, shall we? Just in case you need a health and safety warning, there you go. But, well, if there's anything health and safety related that you need to know, I'll hopefully remember to tell you before we get this started. Of course, the only thing that we really need to know in terms of health and safety is the fact that we're not playing A New Beginning on the PS2 anymore. That already is a better start for my health than anything we've done previously. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Legend of Spyro Trilogy. Today we're going to be continuing my coverage by playing the second game in the series, The Eternal Night. And as you can see, we're playing the GBA version specifically, because, well, this game came out on a number of different platforms, and I think this one is the best out of all of them. You could play it on the PS2 if you wanted to, but, yeah, it just... The problem with the PS2 version is that it's really more of the same from A New Beginning, because Chrome Studios developed the PS2 version, except they had only 11 months to develop that one, whereas they had 12 to develop A New Beginning, and... yeah, they didn't have enough time to fix all of the problems and make the game better, I don't think. And but in the meantime, on the mobile games, Amaze Entertainment said, yeah, 11 months, we can work with that. We know how to make mobile games, and they made this. So we're going to see just whether or not this ends up being better, and how much better, and in what ways it's better. But first, let me just double check on my options real quick. Apparently, Spyro is as sleepy as I was earlier today. I literally fucking lost time earlier today because I was getting ready at it was about 3:15. I was getting ready to go take a shower before I started up the stream. I was sitting on the couch. I had just finished lunch. All of a sudden, I wake up and it's like 5 minutes to 4, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what happened to the 40 minutes? Where did the time go? But yeah, so we're here for this. I think my options are okay for now. Ideally, the sound balance should be good. I think I double-checked on it to make sure before this, and I did a little bit of testing with audio levels, so everything should be okay. You should be able to not only hear everything going on in the background, but also hear me fairly clearly. But only time will tell. For now, let's get started. And there's a difficulty slider to be had here. I believe, if I recall correctly, there's a hard mode that you unlock after beating the game once on... I'm not sure if you have to beat it on normal or you can beat it on any difficulty, but... If I recall, I tried hard mode at one point, and I decided that the difficulty was... not really all that worth it. It wasn't really all that interesting, if I remember right. It was like, you know, gave enemies more defense and more attack power, and gave you less. It wasn't really anything remotely interesting or would add to more of the challenge, other than enemies are more spongy and I will die more often, you know. So I was just like, I think that was the reason anyway. I'd have to directly recall, but I'll recall better by playing the game, so maybe we should start doing that, shall we? So, last time on our adventures, Spyro, the purple dragon, had followed the evil dragon, Cinder, to the plane of convexity. In a climactic battle, Spyro defeated Cinder, only to discover that she had been acting involuntarily under the control of the Dark Master, and was in fact a small dragon who looked very much like Spyro in all but color. Yes, because as we found out at the end of the last the last stream, Cinder was a part of the same clutch of eggs that Spyro was born in, so. After narrowly escaping the destruction of convexity with Cinder, Spyro returned to the Dragon Temple to meet with Ignitus, his mentor. Ignitus revealed that Cinder was, in fact, from the same clutch of eggs as Spyro, making them siblings. The Dark Master had corrupted Cinder as a small dragon, speaking to her of evil and power, and turning her to his service. You can slide through this a little faster with the A button if you're getting ahead of yourself, like I was there just a minute ago. So that's that. It is later the same night. Spyro's powers have faded in the wake of his battle with Cinder, and he rests to try to recover. The Dark Master's plans with Cinder were foiled, but he has other servants and other plans, and Spyro has been dreaming of a dark voice in his head. Spyro. Oh boy. Gotta tell you though, pretty high graphical fidelity for a GBA game. This game came out as one of the last GBA games ever released, so it's got quite a bit of development in terms of graphical fidelity behind it, so already off to a good start. Not off to a good start because the dark voice in my head was Sparks, so that's fun. What's up, buddy? Oh, well that's just great. Yeah, no voice acting in this one. Not that the voice acting would even really come through all that well on that end of things. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just double check on something. Apologies. Okay, we haven't dropped any frames yet. Very good, very good. And it looks like everything is working. Good. Yeah, where outside the temple did she go? Because yeah, we don't. If the Dark Master's forces are on the move, they're probably spying on us. So, and if they're going to spy on us, where else would they go other than the Mushroom Forest around here? There's also that, but apparently Spyro's not having any of that. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. You catch some more Z's then. It's not like I need to use you as an indicator for my health bar anymore. I have a heads-up display for that now. How quickly you change your mind. Alright, fair enough. So Spyro and Sparks are back on the adventure. So let's go see if we can find Cinder, shall we? A little bit of a tutorial stage here on the grounds of the Dragon Temple. Nothing really all that complicated, but as you can see, it's a 2D quote-unquote platformer that we're playing this time. I say platformer because there is some platforming involved, but it's not a traditional type of platforming. It's a specific type of game, and we'll get into what that is when they reveal it to us in a little bit. Yes, so if you jump up towards the ledge, you'll grab it and pull yourself up. So that's kind of cool. Ooh, that's kind of fancy looking. What do you suppose it is? Well, you would think that Ignitus would have told me that these were on the grounds of the area so that they wouldn't have to teach me these things in long, elaborate tutorials, but these are dragon relics that contain the wisdom of ancient dragons, and they will allow Spyro to unlock new abilities. This one in particular has double jump for us, so let's grab it. And this allows us to learn the wisdom of the ancestors without, you know, relying on convexity to do that, which is actually pretty nice. You know, it makes it a lot easier than just walking into the Dark Realms to figure things out from the olden days. But yes, now we know how to double jump, so we can do one of those things. You can even double jump and grab ledges, so that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, we can't quite grab that ledge over there. It's a little too far, but now that we have the glide ability, it'll make it a little easier for us to grab that ledge. Yes, well, who was my mama there, Sparks? But I suppose you wouldn't know that because, you know, we both came from... We thought we both came from the forest. Apparently not, though, as we know now. And then we can drop through some platforms. Nothing to be had over here. So if you hold down, you can drop right through. But don't just drop because, as Sparks says here, there might be something that could hurt you underneath. So Sparks is finally going to do something for us besides snark and be a dick and point out the obvious while chatting his mouth off in this game. He actually allows you, if you hold up or down, to see a little further down or up from where you are. So that's helpful, and as you can see there, we would have ran into some spikes if we had dropped down, and well, that wouldn't have worked out for us. So yes, Sparks actually gets to do things in this one, so that's pretty good. Getting a little crystal-y here, so that's fun. Hey, Cole, what's up? Listening into this stream because it's 103 in the kitchen and there hasn't been any business in 2 hours. And, oh, good lord, man. I feel for you. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you get a few little things done. Hopefully, you know, things become a little bit more steady at the very least over the course of the rest of your shift, so you have something to do. Anyway, we have a health meter in the top left corner of our screen, and if it gets run out, we are defeated, and we have to start back at the beginning of, well, a level in this game is indicated by a screen transition. So we just went through a screen transition to get here. So if we died in this part, we'd have to start back below where those crystals are. So, or are they mushrooms? It's kind of hard to tell. Anyway, yeah, as we gain new abilities, we'll get more meters. There's a couple other meters that we can get, but we'll worry about that later. For now, excuse me. Maybe someone took it to defend this place from the Dark Master's forces. I almost said Cinder's forces, but that wouldn't be right anymore, would it? Or it could be something slightly less sinister, like this frogweed got hungry. Why would you even eat that? Like, I can't imagine that would be healthy in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, let me see what I have mapped as the B button here. I forget. I think I have the square button mapped as the B button, but we'll go from there. And yeah, so we have some combos going on, as you can see here. And there goes the frogweed. And he burped up the dragon relic, which gives us access to air launch. And yes, I do have it on the square button, so that's good. Screw it, I'm mopping. Go for it, that way you got something to do at the very least. I wonder if your Bluetooth will let you listen to this with your phone, like, in the kitchen or in your pocket. I guess in your pocket it would let you listen to it, and then you could go mop. You don't have to answer that, though. It's fine. Do what you gotta do. You're on the clock, so... But yes, now we can launch enemies into midair, just like in the previous game. It's a little more interesting in this game, though, because it is still the first order thing to go do when you are attacking, but it takes a little more skill to actually maintain an air combo in this game, unlike in the previous game, so... Not that I'm scared or anything, I'm just scared of getting eaten by frogweeds again. I still have PTSD from in the forest last time. Apparently Spyro has narcolepsy, so we have a PTSD dragonfly and a narcoleptic dragon. Boy, this is gonna really work out, isn't it? Well, in our dreams, we can go to the Hall of Fang and Claw, a place where a mysterious voice tells us that, well, we can get some training in. Okay. I mean, fair enough, I do need to get my powers back, so I guess I can do that. But now we actually have to prove our mettle by getting 5 hits on a training dummy in order to, well, we don't have to do that to exit the level, but it's probably in your best interest to do that. And yes, if you leave the room out to the left, it will let you wake up, and then you can go back to the realm of the waking. The realm of awakening? Something like that. I didn't know we were playing Kingdom Hearts now, but there you go. In any case, we'll be back here occasionally throughout our journey to practice, so we'll go do that. But before we do that, let's see if we can get a 5-hit combo, shall we? And already you can see where things are getting more interesting, because in addition to the jumping around and, you know, hopping down and up on ledges, this game has a combo system. So it makes things, of course, a little bit more interesting. It's not too complicated just yet, but once we start getting some more abilities, you'll start seeing how the combo system gets pretty interesting, so... Here I thought you were going to make a Souls reference with the Waking World. Well, hopefully we'll find our worth there, won't we? We'll see. But yeah, so we got a 5-hit combo. It's pretty simple. Just get your first 2 hits off and then do an air launch and then jump up and bite them in midair. And then you can drop them on the ground and get your 5 hits. Now there are additional rewards for certain numbers of hits, but for right now, the main one we want to claim is this one from the 5-hit reward. Because that lets us do 1 more attack while on the ground. Awesome. We can't claim this one until we get the hit 10 times in a row, though. And just like the mysterious voice is mentioning, this is probably not possible to do right now. You probably could if you were, like, really, really careful with your attacks and stuff like that, but probably the best you can do right now would be like a 6 or maybe a 7-hit combo. So, like, if you like jumped at him, did a tail swipe, and then did your full combo on the ground, and then did an air combo. Something like this. No, that's not it. Like this. Yeah, see, the combo resets pretty quickly, unfortunately, so... But yes, the hint is giving you an idea, because you can come back here. You don't have to get all of these rewards right now, but for right now, this is going to be our main combo, is that 6-hit combo that we've got right there. So keep that in mind. We'll use that on enemies as we go, but for now, we're going to head out to the real world. What the hell happened? Spyro almost lost time like I did earlier. Well, I mean... You didn't lose me. Did I stop breathing or something? I felt like I just went to sleep. Apparently, yeah, some sort of clairvoyance going on here, although it's not really clairvoyance. Clairvoyance implies you're seeing the future. That was more of a projecting my body to another reality type of a deal. Yeah, I don't know about that. Your health is looking pretty good for now, but, well, we can grab these anyway. So yeah, the crystal clusters have the spirit gems in them, just like in the last game. But we can use it to get some experience, we can use it to get some health, we can use it to get some mana. Once we get a mana bar, we'll go from there. Yeah, astral projection, something like that. I'm about to be pulling off the Tekken combos in 6 hours of game time. Eventually, yes, we'll get into the Tekken combos. We don't quite have the full combo system yet, but yeah, this game's combat is actually fairly interesting, I think, especially for a Game Boy game, so but we'll get into that in a bit. Let's grab some health gems and spirit gems, hopefully, and then we'll get some green gems for elemental powers eventually as well. Takes just a couple of hits, and there you go. And let's make our way up here. Yeah, it's not like I have opposable thumbs to open that door with, and neither do you, frankly, so... But anyway, yeah, we can't go this way for right now. This kind of gives you a big, big hint as to what type of a game this is right here. Some areas won't be accessible to you at first. Come back when you've gained new powers and try to open up new ways. Is this a Metroidvania? Is this a Spyro Metroidvania? Hello there. I see a big crystal up there. How the heck do I get up there? I have to keep that in mind. But yes, this is a Spyro Metroidvania with a combat system with combos in it. So, a Spyro-based Metroidvania with a Devil May Cry combat system. I don't know what sick, crazy scientist, evil scientist dreamed that up in their GBA chemical lab, but I like it. Alright, anyway, yeah, let's put our combat skills to the test, shall we? And the reason why you want to put your combat skills to the test, the reason why this is a Devil May Cry combo system, is because your combo meter is in the top right corner of the screen. If you vary up your attacks, juggle enemies in the air, use your breath powers, and vary things up generally, you get more combo meter. And when you get more combo meter, it adds the amount of experience that's shown in the bar, up to 4 extra gems of experience, to your experience total that you get when you defeat the enemy. So let's see if I can give you an idea here. And the combo meter pretty much erases itself if you get hit, so just try to not get hit if possible. There is a possibility of dodging, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the combo meter will slowly drop over time if you don't attack, but we have an opportunity to attack right now because there's a few enemies in our way. So let's see what we can do here and get some spirit jumps together. Now you have to be a little careful because your combo doesn't start up immediately when you start attacking. You actually have a bit of starting lag when you start your combo, so you want to start a little bit away from enemies if possible, or start while they're in the middle of a different animation in order to make it so that you can attack them without them counterattacking you and ending your combo or dropping your spirit gem bar up there. And for now, we don't have a whole bunch of combos, so the combos are going to be a little bit simple for now, but that's okay. We'll get more complex as we go. Speaking of dodging, I'll talk about the dodge move in just a second once we grab this. We have a charge attack, and in order to charge, you press left or right twice on the D-pad, and that'll let you charge at enemies, or do that, but I find double tapping to be a little bit easier. Basically, you double tap and you hold. Now, if you're looking in the same direction as you're charging, if you double tap, you'll just start charging. If you're looking in the opposite direction where you want to start charging, if you double tap and hold first, you'll do a dodge roll, and then you'll start charging. So the dodge roll is just double tap and stop in the opposite direction of where you're looking. You can't dodge roll towards where you're looking, but you can dodge roll away. So keep that in mind, because you may be able to use that in a few different combat scenarios. We also get a wall jump, so if this wasn't a Metroidvania before, we can now wall jump from side to side to get out of here. So that's helpful, as you can see. And I think now is a good time to use our charge skill, because there's a whole bunch of these teeny tiny little annoying enemies in my way, but we can defeat them in one hit with the charge, as well as this door! Blech. There we go. No, it's a good idea. Maybe I can use the charge to do that, but we don't know how to do that just yet, so let's go look for a relic that'll teach us how to do that. Oh, look, there's one right here. So yes, we need to get this relic to do essentially a downward charge, an air dive, which allows us to ground pound on objects and break them. And in addition to that, it will allow us to do the ground pound in combat. So that will help us out a little bit, give us a little bit of varied up scenarios for our combos. Are the enemies, did they respawn up here? I'm just going to double check. Yes, they did. Okay. I also need to see if I can get over here to get to that. Yeah, I don't know how to get that one. Oh, I know how to get that. Just do this. Okay. That works. Not that there's a whole lot to get there for right now, but that's okay. All right, let's air dive. Bang. Nice. That will work. What, do you think it's bottomless? Well, it's a distinct possibility because the level camera just sort of glides out there, so we'll just leave that be. Did we ever have an opportunity to go swimming in the last game? I mean, to be fair, the only water I remember we flew over in the first free flight level, but yeah, we can't really swim, so if we were to go in there, we would lose some health and we'd end up back where we started the jump, so maybe don't do that. But yeah, so you saw there, we just moved to a different area. That's considered a checkpoint, and that means that we will respawn if we die at the beginning of this stage, so. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I was afraid I was going to come down on that. Oh, get me out of there. Okay. You really need to stop with that. Yes, you can do mid-air dives like that. You can do sideways dives like the one that I showed off a second ago. I'll demonstrate it again here in a second once I get through this combo. If he doesn't die. Yeah, I was going to say. He might die before I get the chance, but yeah, you can go sideways, or diagonal rather, by holding down and a direction and doing an air dive. So, already more interesting. And we just started. Apparently we found Cinder, though. Oh, okay.
They had found out what was wrong with them.
Okay.
Lacking pneumonia and ear infection.
Oof, that's a vicious combination.
Yeah, so they gave him 2 antibiotics and some steroids to take.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll get better.
They gave him some pretty strong antibiotics, though, so.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll get better with it. So.
Yeah. He should probably start feeling better in a few days.
Yeah. So, where are you going, Cinder? I wonder if this has anything to do with the Dark Master. Probably. I mean, we released his control over you, but I suppose he could be, like, trying to, you know, do, like, a Sith mind trick or something on you. Well, that's incredibly odd.
Oh, the antibiotics definitely.
I don't know if she's possessed. I mean, again, it's more likely that the Dark Master is still attempting to influence control over her, which would not be good. Oh, there goes my narcolepsy again. Yeah, apparently whenever Spyro has a vision, it unfortunately forces him to fall asleep in the real world, which just... sometimes that doesn't really work, especially in situations like this where we're trying to have a conversation with someone. Thanks, mysterious voice in my head. Excuse me, by the way. Ah, we can finally put a face to the voice. I was going to say a face to a name, but, well, that's not really true. We don't know his name yet. But apparently inside the Hall of Fang and Claw there are also elemental temples. And the elemental temples will allow us to reawaken our elemental powers from the first game that we lost in the interim because our battle with Cinder and our time in Convexity caused us to lose the ability to breathe fire and electricity and ice and earth and all that, because of course it did. So that's phenomenal. Anyway, Temple of Fire. So we can't go this way just yet because the door is blocked by a fire symbol, which of course means we're going to need our fire breath to get through it. So that means we're going left. Generally speaking, with these temples, you want to go down and left first because that is where you usually unlock the power. So that's what I'm going to go try and do. Unfortunately, I'm going to be lambasted on my way there by fire golems and other various enemy sources that have entered the temple. These guys are heavy, so they don't get knocked back nearly as far as other enemies when you do the full combo there. Usually your head bash will knock them back quite a bit. They unfortunately don't really juggle very well either because they're heavy, so you gotta be a little careful of that, but we'll be okay. Just knock you around. The enemies can be hit by hazards, by the way, even if they live here. As you can see by this fire frogweed, he's getting hit by the lava that's right here. So now if a gem drops into the lava, it's probably not a good idea to go try and get it because it just... Usually it's not worth it, so don't worry about it. If it drops into lava, just let it be. Whoop, that's not good. There we go. See if we can knock him into the lava. Okay, well, there we go. So yeah, like that gem out there, we could grab it, and maybe I should try to. If you do the jump the right way, you can grab it without taking damage, but it's usually not worth it. Don't even worry about it. Okay, we have reawakened our ability to breathe fire. Awesome. And yes, we can use it to burn our enemies. It doesn't set them on fire the same way it did in the last game, where there's potential for them to run around and panic, but it does pretty good damage. It's a pretty nice little starting projectile, basically. So, and you can also burn anything with a fire symbol or a bunch of dried grasses that you could have as obstacles in your way. So we'll get the ability to do that in a little bit. Did I switch this? Because I think I switched this to the L button instead of the R button, so that way I could kind of have the combos on both fingers, but in different spots, so I didn't get my brain confused. But yes, we have a green mana bar in the corner now, and we'll start getting green mana crystals from spirit gems and from enemies and all that stuff. So, yep, just like that. And just like in most Metroidvanias, the elemental abilities or the special powers that you'll get will also allow you to interact with the environment in some way. So, yeah, just experiment around, figure out what works, what doesn't, and we'll go from there. It's also just like in the last game, you can spend your spirit gems to increase the power of your elemental attacks. I want to hold on to my experience for right now. I'll show the abilities menu, but I want to hold on to my experience for now because we'll be using it for something else later. So. But yes, it increases your ability to use your elemental powers in combat because it'll change up their properties a little bit, make them more powerful, and all of that good stuff. So that's fun. Let's see. So yeah, you can go to the abilities menu just like this, and just like in the previous game, you've got your 4 powers here. We'll have fire, electricity, ice, and earth eventually that we'll be able to make use of. And if you press, I believe, up on the D-pad, yeah, we can use what little experience we had in our bar there. You can kind of see at the bottom of the fire thing there's that little bit of yellow there. And that will increase our experience. Now, I think I want to, cancel those changes so that way I can keep my experience for a little while longer. But in addition to that, you also have your moves list over here, which allows you to take a look at all the different skills that Spyro can use. In addition to that, you can also disable skills by pressing the A button on them, and re-enable them, of course. So that actually is kind of interesting and can lead to some interesting combat scenarios and situations where you can switch up what powers you can use. We have the fire breath right over here, so that's good. If you don't want to use it, you could always just disable it like that. That's probably the most versatile thing you can do with enabling and disabling powers, is it lets you change which breath powers show up in your skill selection list, and that's actually more useful than you might think. But we'll worry about that in a little while. For now, we only have the 1 breath power, so we'll have to work on just that for now. Okay, so now for the next part, we need to go get a health upgrade, which is up this way. These little fireball elemental guys are just... There's a lot of enemies in this game that only take one hit, but they're pretty annoying because they generally are up in the air, and they can swoop around the screen and kind of whack you, and it doesn't do a huge chunk of damage, but it's enough to be annoying, so that's the important part to remember. Let's just knock him over there. He should jump into the lava on his way back, yeah. Just grab that before I go. And generally we want to head up and left at this point, although I think I need to go up a little further from here. Yeah. Wow, almost jumped into the little bit of lava there. So here's a wall jump that probably shouldn't be a wall jump. You can kind of see the little ladder-like things on the wall there. I think you're supposed to not be able to get this until you have wall climb, but because of the fact that I have the ability to... I did put that on the R button, good. Ow. I'll take those, thank you. I know I got hit there, so I probably had a net loss of health, but that's okay. Yeah, so you're probably not supposed to be able to get up here until you get the wall climb, but I believe... no, it's not here, but I think it's right over here, if I recall. We gotta go up this way. I'll just get the hell out of that guy's way so he can not drop me while I'm on my way out here. Even though these are fire golems, they still take damage from the fire projectile, so don't be afraid to use it. It's pretty useful for extending your combo, so... There we go. Ah, of course. Hang on. Might be able to gently... Yeah, okay. Well, at least I got that one. I think it's up here, actually. Yeah, here it is, right here. It's being flanked by a bunch of enemies, but, well, I'll figure it out. There we go. The fire golems, by virtue of being on fire at all times, will not take damage from the lava there. Okay, and there's our first health upgrade. Awesome. So yes, unlike in the first game, you can actually get health upgrades to increase your health and your mana, which will let you do more skills. This is why these guys are annoying, because you can really only attack in one direction when you're up in the air. And obviously, whoop, I guess I'm not getting that, but I can get this one. And I managed to dodge out of the way of this guy too, so that's good. But yeah, don't worry about the experience clusters. There's no, like, indicator of, hey, you got 100% in this game. So, not getting them isn't really the end of the world. We'll get plenty of experience to get all the skills that I actually care about by the end of the game, so... Just grab that, and now we can move on our merry way, I think. Yep, pretty much. So we want to go back this way, and as you may recall, there was a fire door over here, which we can now open. But before we go there, let's go up here and play around with this guy. So yeah, as you can see, combat's already getting more interesting just by virtue of having the air dodge, or rather the air dive and the fire powers. Because now we can do one of these things, we can do mid-air charges. It's all good in the neighborhood. So yes, things will get very interesting as we go here. I think, anyway. I think the combat system in this game is one of its best features. And if I ever enter a meditative trance while using the combat abilities, well, now you know why. There's a fire golem down there that you can probably see. He's following me now. I just wanted to move him so that I could go down here and grab this. And then I can jump away from him because, well, by virtue of being a rock, he can't really jump very much, so just do that and we'll go from there. There's no fall damage in this game, by the way, so don't worry about it if you drop off of a ledge, but, yeah. They finally figured out that that was a bad idea in a platformer. Okay. Let me check something again real quick. I'm paranoid about this, about OBS working here because I haven't used the GBA emulator. I haven't used the PC streaming stuff in a little while, so... Well, we can't get over there just yet, but we can drop down here. And I believe there's an energy upgrade to the left here, so let's go see if we can get it. I'll take all those first, though. And I think, yeah. Oof, that was a little close. Stop steaming up my tail! Gotta be a little careful when you knock the enemies towards the wall like that, though, because you can, sometimes they'll, like, float right through one of your attacks because it'll push them behind you, and then they'll whack you, so you gotta be a little careful with that. We got an energy upgrade. Awesome. There's a total of 10 health and 10 energy upgrades in the game, so keep an eye out for those. They're the main pickups for the game, other than the upgrades to your combat abilities that you'll get from also getting the relics, so... Just knock him right into the lava. If you hear him make a spitting noise like he just did there, be a little careful because he's trying to shoot a projectile at you. Yeah, almost got it. Oh well. We'll get more energy later. Not a big deal. Hell, we'll get him right now. Just gonna back up real quick. As you can see, you can mix in your combos with your breath powers as many as 3 times right now before you finish your combo. So that's actually pretty nice. It helps you extend your combos a little bit, get more hits off on enemies, and therefore get more spirit gems. It's a very rewarding combat system, I find, which is rather nice. That guy, if I go too far towards that guy, I'll actually end up off-screen into the next area, so I don't want to do that if I can avoid doing that. I don't know how much fun it is to watch me playing this, but it's fun to play, I'll tell you what. The combat system in this one is definitely very interesting, so... Again, probably one of the best parts here, so... Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? You're fairly confident we are not playing the same game as last week. What gave you that idea? Yes, we are playing a 2D Spyro Metroidvania with a Devil May Cry combat system. So that should sound pretty fun to you. Anyway, let's continue through the Temple of Fire. The next upgrade we're looking for is in the middle part of this level, so somewhere around here. And now they're adding lava dropping from the ceiling, so that's fun. Figure that out. Go on, get in the lava there, friend. And come back and see me when you're done. So yeah, that bar in the top right there, Rockin' Fun, is our combo. I keep mixing up combat and combo. It's our combo meter, and it makes it so that we get more experience the more varied up our combos are. These new turtle enemies can be defeated by a single ground pound, so all you gotta do is launch them in the air, that'll flip them on their back, and then you can defeat them with one air dive, so that's good. I'm gonna call it the ground pound interchangeably with the air dive, because I'm so used to it being the ground pound from Mario 64, and most Mario games in general, so... Did you miss the epic finale with the final boss of the last game? Yes, unfortunately you did, because that was one of the best parts of the game. The level itself was probably the best part. It was where the designers got to go completely hog wild with their ideas. And we literally went to a Cthulhu realm to defeat her, so... It was pretty interesting. At least more interesting than the rest of the game, where it was pretty much just the themed levels, but... you know how that goes. It's okay. The VODs are there, you can always go watch those. I'm gonna wait for the lava to pop down again, if it ever does. There we go. Sometimes you can jump up to reset it to make it go again, but... I was gonna say, I'm gonna jump up and hit this guy first, but... I guess I'm not. There we go. So yeah, again, I don't know how much fun it is watching me play this game, but it's a lot more fun to play, I think, than the previous game. Because you can vary up your combos, and, I mean, sometimes you even just mash right through. You may not even intend to do a combo the way that you do it, but, like, most of the time when I do that spin move, I don't intend to do that spin move, but I do it anyway, so... And it just looks pretty cool, I think. I think I passed up where the next upgrade is, though. I think it's down here, actually. Yeah, it's like down there, so let me see if I can do that. That'll work. Come here, little fire spirit. If you want me, come get me. Apparently hitting my head on the little lava flow there is not enough to make me actually take damage, which is nice, because it means I can actually platform in here without taking huge chunks of damage, so... But yeah, you see how I'm starting my combo before he gets to me there? Because you have that slow startup swing on the first hit, so you gotta be a little careful of that. Apparently he still takes damage from the lava flows up top, though, so that's interesting. I didn't know that part. Okay, and here's our second energy upgrade. Like I said, 10 total in the game for health and energy each. So try to find them if you can. And I believe our next destination is below us here. Not 100% sure about that, but we'll find out in a second. I'm gonna say, I'll be right with you, sir, but apparently they decided to faff off to the ether after smacking me upside the head once or twice, so... Yeah, as you can see. I mean, you could use your breath, I suppose, on them, but I feel like it would be not as useful as just whacking them. Your breath is a finite resource, whereas whacking them with my tail, well, my tail's never going to run out of energy, so... My tail doesn't like you. I see more experience down there. But yeah, these floating enemies are usually the more annoying enemies in the game, because they usually float just barely out of reach, and then they decide to jump up and strike you when the moment's right. Okay. So down here... Out of this guy's way so he can whack himself upside the head on that stuff. Down here, you may have noticed the door right over there. You gotta be a little careful though, because once you walk towards that door, you're moving to the end of the level. So if you haven't found both, well, the one health upgrade and both of the energy upgrades, it might be a good idea to go find those before you end this, because otherwise you're gonna have to retrack through the whole level to get them, so... But let's go see what awaits us beyond this door of mastery. Oh look, he even jumped over it in the cutscene. Nice. That looks like a fire elemental. But yes, in each temple you will face an elemental that represents that temple's element at the end of the thing, as a little bit of a mini-boss, basically. And they can still be damaged by the element, but they take additional damage to opposite elements. Unfortunately, we don't have any opposite elements to abuse yet, but we'll get those later. So this is the Fire Elemental. The thing about this guy is, well, obviously you gotta be careful of the lava flows, but he has casting animations that he'll do, but he can be stunned by any attack, so it makes him a little easier to defeat than some of the other enemies and golems. The main problem you're gonna encounter is just not getting hit by the lava flows while you're blasting him around, so... If you can get him away from the lava flows, that's when you're really going to be able to do more damage to him. So, unfortunately you can't air combo him, but... Well, there you go. See, he's not too bad. And let's get the heck out of here, grab all that experience, and go with it. What'd you think of that mysterious figure? Yeah, apparently so. And at the end of each elemental temple, you'll get a vision from the mysterious figure to let us know what the status of the Dark Master's forces are. So let's take a look. And this won't mean a terrible amount just yet, but, well, that guy looks a little sketchy. He looks like a very powerful, very decorated, and very evil, high-ranked member of the Dark Forces army. Dark Master's army. So that's fun. But yes, among the... this whole area in general in this dream state is the Temple of the Dragon Soul. It's where the Hall of Fang and Claw is. It's where all the elemental temples are. There's also a Hall of Memory that we can go to, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And the reason why I'm not going to be going there, so... but we'll show that off in a second. But yeah, so the Hall of Fang and Claw you can go back to so you can practice your combos. You can go to any of the elemental temples to grab health and energy upgrades that you missed, or experience if you want to get that. I think all of the spirit gems respawn when you leave a level, so I guess if you want to grind experience, you can go do that. But you get plenty of experience in this one, not as much as in the last game, and they actually balance it fairly well so that by the end of the game, if you just go through it normally, you end up basically being able to upgrade all of your powers once and one single element of your choice to level 2. So, yeah, I think it's pretty well balanced, but we'll get into that later. And yes, so we can prepare for things while we're going through here. So, let's see. I believe the first one, yeah, it's the Temple of Fire. Here's the Hall of Fang and Claw, this rainbow door. There's another temple right here, but we didn't unlock that one yet. And I believe, yeah, the other temple areas are upstairs. So before we go back into the Hall of Fang and Claw and maybe get a 10-hit combo, maybe, let's check out what's up here. Another elemental temple, a pit between there because, of course, there is. This is the Hall of Memory right here, and what you can do in here is if you want to refight any of the bosses that you fought in the game, you can actually go in here and pick a boss, kind of similar to the Labyrinth of Amala in Nocturne, where you can go to the graves of old bosses and you can fight them with your newfound powers. I'm not going to go in there, though, because when you walk in this door, there's a very, very nasty photosensitivity problem where the boss is on a projector, basically, and it flashes like mad. Like, we're talking Electric Soldier Porygon levels of flashing lights, and I don't want to do that to anybody. I definitely don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to do that to anybody with photosensitivity issues. But if you want to take advantage of it to try fighting the old bosses with your new powers, you can. I've never personally done it, but it's there to pad out the game time, I guess, if you want. It's something else to do, which I approve of. You know, makes things nice and varied, which is good. Alright, back in the Hall of Fang and Claw. So let's go see what we can do with this test dummy now. See if we can get up to a 10-hit combo. I think you can here, but I think it relies on you getting a lucky combo off of an air attack. So, like, you gotta do a tail attack and then maintain your combo on the ground. And as you can see there, sometimes it doesn't let you do that. Yeah, it's a little tricky to do, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so basically what I need to do then in order to get a 10-hit combo is I need to get the tail attack off, because, well, watch what happens if I use too many fire attacks in the middle of my thing. It actually disrupts the combo, as you can see, because it'll push him too far away for me to actually be able to use the combo there. We probably should put one of them in the middle of the combo, though, so, like, maybe... hang on. Let me go to the other side. No, that's too far. Okay. Okay, well, got a few hits off. I'm going to give this a try for just a little bit of time. If I can't get past 9, then we'll wait until the next time we come here, and then we'll do this, so... Yeah, okay, that's too far away. Okay, well that actually maintained the combo. There we go, got it. See, that wasn't so hard. And you could do 2 fire attacks instead of doing a tail attack and trying to extend the combo that way, but yeah, it's a little trickier to do it that way than to do it, because the fire breath pushes him away from you, and that could actually disrupt your combo because he's pushed away from you. Unfortunately, the big guy that they use for the training dummy here is not a heavy type enemy like a golem, which would actually make it a lot easier to mess around with him, because then you wouldn't have to worry about him flying away from you every time you used a bunch of skills on him. It's official, you've cleaned every surface in the restaurant. And I'm sure your boss approves. But, of course, that still leaves you with a solid 2 hours of no cleaning to do to, you know, pass the time, so that's fun. But yes, if you can get the 10-hit combo off right now, you are well rewarded, because it lets you do an additional attack in the air. Now we can do 2 bites before we knock them on the ground, which is very, very good. And the final regular reward you can get from in here is if you go over here and maintain a 15-hit combo. Not something we can do right now, but we should be able to do that fairly, well, I wouldn't say easily, but we should be able to do that maybe next time we come here, and maybe not. It'll either be next time we come here or the time after that. It's just going to depend on how many combos we can do. But with that second attack, I can actually demonstrate it now. Let's go get this guy so I can show you how this whole thing works. So you juggle him, and you get 2 bites instead of just 1, which will make getting 10-hit combos a lot easier than before. So, well worth it to try if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it too much. We'll get it later when we come back next time, because there will be an opportunity for you to get it next time. So, Current mood is the let me in meme in reverse. Let me out. Let me out! Oh, you'll get there. Not to worry. But anyway, if you ever want to leave the Hall of Dragonclaw, yeah. Hall of Fang and Claw, or the Temple of the Dragon Soul in general, you can always just go left. When in doubt, go left, and that'll generally get you out of there. So, let's head this way, and as the mysterious voice will let us know, we'll go back to the waking world if we go here. And, yeah, unfortunately, you can only come to the temple when the story directs you to by having Spyro see a vision. So, unfortunately, you won't be able to come back here for a little while. But we've gotten everything we can get in here for right now, so don't worry about it too much. We'll be back soon enough. We should probably wake up and let Cinder know that we're not dead, so... Oh, she already left. Great. Yeah, something like that. Oh, great. So yeah, Cinder's off on her own mission, apparently. Yeah, we should probably try to figure out how to get her to not go running directly back into the Dark Master's hands. That would probably be a good idea, just saying. But first, let's deal with these guys. Ow. I was trying to do a combo there, sir, and you interrupted me! You did it again, too. Little shit. Okay, I'll take the HP, that'll help. Oh, he hit me on the way down. Okay. So yes, as you can tell by us breaking it up, there is something in this statue that we can grab. And there we go. Here's another health upgrade. I didn't know it was going to break when I was on top of it, but that works just fine. That guy. One other thing that Sparks can do, he hasn't demonstrated it yet, but he can also actually attack small enemies for you in the game. So, again, Sparks is actually kind of useful in this game. Not only does he allow you to see when, you know, you're going to go running off a cliff into spikes and stuff like that, he also defeats small enemies for you occasionally. And you'll see it happen over time in the game, like I'll have an enemy flying around or buzzing around and he'll fly towards them and knock them out, so... Sparks is actually useful in The Legend of Spyro the Eternal Knight on the GBA, as it turns out. Okay, Ignitus, what's going on here? What's the Dark Master planning now? I mean, we didn't stop the portal from opening, but so far he hasn't returned to the waking world himself. Well, that's just great. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, another vision, apparently. Yeah, apparently the strongest of the Dark Master's forces are headed out to the same place that Cinder is, so that's no good. They got casters, they got guys with axes. Oh, this is gonna be fun. You've now acquired black raspberry ice cream. Nice. Hopefully that helps sweeten the mood a little bit. I mean, the mood will still be let me out, but maybe with some ice cream it'll make it easier. Maybe that's the well that Cinder was talking about? Wow. Oh, okay, so soon it'll be the literal Eternal Night, the Night of Eternal Darkness. What exactly is the Night of Eternal Darkness, and why does it sound so ominous? So I don't think they ever drop the names of the moons in this game ever again, now that I think about it. They didn't mention them in the PS2 version, but the moons in the Spyro universe, at least in the Legend of Spyro trilogy, are called Adrano and Zella, and when they eclipse by passing next to each other, the Night of Eternal Darkness happens, where the whole world is bathed in darkness for a very brief period of time. Yes, that is definitely what I mean, Sparks. Okay, so in order to get to the Well of Souls, we're going to need to find somebody named the Chronicler, who will be a long ways away from here. And they tell you to go to a whole bunch of different places in the PS2 version in order to get to the Chronicler. I don't even know if they directly say, hey, the Chronicler is over here if you go here, but we have to venture through the Ancient Grove. That'll take us to the Celestial Temple, which is where the Chronicler is, and he'll be able to tell us what this all means, what my role is in the Night of Eternal Darkness, and how we stop the Dark Master from coming back. So, seems like a simple enough premise. And then while that's happening, Ignitus and the other Elder Dragons, I don't think the other Elder Dragons show up at all in this game, but, I mean, their role isn't really that critical. They're going to go help him look for Cinder in different areas, so. They didn't really show up a whole lot in the PS2 version either, now that I think about it, so. Pretty much just Tuesday around here, Sparks. Alright, sounds good. We have our missions. Let's go do this, team. Okay, so here's the world map, and generally the place that we're looking for is that door in the top left corner there. We're going to want to get up to, that's the Celestial Temple, and that's where the Chronicler is, and once we get up there, we'll figure out where the heck to go after that. While you're on the world map, you can also save your game, so that's what we're going to do. We'll do that real quick, and we'll go from there. But the next level we need to go to is the Ancient Grove. Oh, okay, it's going to let me save my progress again. There we go. Journey to New Land. Wait, fuck, too early to send the message. No spoilers! No, it's fine. Oh yeah, and the music in this game, I find, first of all, you can hear it a lot better because the dynamic sound balance isn't so low that the atmospheric stuff isn't, you can't hear it. And also, I really like the soundtrack in this one. They took some of the tracks that they had in the Eternal Night on PS2, and they kind of, they didn't just directly translate them to in a GBA sound font, they also remixed them a little bit to make them a little more interesting in some cases, so yeah, quite good, I find. So even good by normal music standards, and this is in a GBA sound font, which again is kind of a bit of a fuzzy, crunchy sound font sometimes. You can, the sound quality gets broken up because of the GBA having a slightly worse sound system, but still pretty good. Yeah, we got to go up and around the grove in order to get to the Chronicler, so. Of course not, but what fun would that be? Can I turn up the music somehow to make it easier for you to hear this? Not really. It's already at 9, so. Okay. Well, just take my word for it. The music is really good in this game. This track in particular is one of my favorites, to be honest, so. Alright, let's head through the Ancient Grove, where those spider mushroom things from the previous game are coming back to haunt me again. They counter when they get up, so you gotta be a little careful. Don't be directly on top of them when they get up, so, or else they'll drop kick you with their face. Because that's possible. Gotcha. Come back here, Frogweed. Not with a long-range attack. Anything but the long-range burp. Thank you. I'm getting pretty good at that combo. Okay. Ow. I believe what you want to do to start with, sir, I'll be right with you after I take care of the flies that are lambasting me. Sparks, anytime you want to help, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, so where we want to go at first is right up here, so. Sir, if you're going to come up here and fight me, then come up here and fight me on this platform. Or that works, too. I knocked him all the way up to the other platform. Alright, there we go. So I think the energy... Or is it health upgrade? It's a health upgrade. I believe it's past here. We gotta take care of these guys first, but we'll do that in a second. Waiting for that fly to come back, really. I mean, that'll work. Goodbye. Yeah, if enemies fall off of cliffs to bottomless pits, or if they're just too far down for you to go get them without really interrupting your progress, they'll actually automatically draw the gems back to you, like they did just now with that guy, so. Sir, I would love to spar with you, but let me fight these little flies first so we're on even ground together here. Don't you start with that projectile bullshit. I'm the only one who can do that. Okay, I'll take that. We got some extra experience, so we don't need the one that fell down. And I believe we want to, yep, go right about here. Get rid of those guys, and here's our health upgrade. And that's it for these for now. So I think I'm just going to drop back down. You could have gone a lower route on this area, but, well, you wouldn't have been able to get the health upgrade if you did that, so. Because you can't get up there from right here, so. Yeah. Yeah, one nice thing about the launch move is that you can catch multiple enemies with it, which really helps out with dealing additional damage to enemies throughout the level, so. Because the more enemies you juggle, the better off you'll be. The less enemies you have to deal with other methods. It almost behaves like a bit of crowd control, which is pretty nice. A lot of skills pull double duty in this game, and that's actually fairly substantial. Oh, that poor frogweed. Apparently there's an arena around here, okay. They're also looking for somebody named Naga, okay. Whole lot of pronouns being thrown around here, so that's fantastic. Yeah, these guys are a third party. I don't know if we've seen them before. They look similar to the apes in the Dark Master's army, but maybe they're like a variant, not controlled by his, you know, his forces or anything. Oh, what a time to have a narcoleptic nightmare. It's like a terrible night for a curse, except worse. Oh, that's not good. Alright, Sparks, you go do what you can do. Use your mouth to beat them. So yes, like I said, Sparks is actually useful in this game, because not only does he kill small enemies for you occasionally, and show you the way when it's above or below you and you can't see it, he also saves your ass, literally, right now, because these scavengers chase after him and try to kill him instead of taking you, who is currently helpless, with them to the arena. So that's fun. Hey Mark, how's it going? Welcome. Surprised how alright this looks graphically for a GBA game. It's actually one of the latest GBA games ever released. It was released in 2007, so they had a lot of years of GBA development to rely on in terms of graphical fidelity. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, but, well, you weren't here for that. So I'll say it again. But yeah, Sparks being useful in The Legend of Spyro is, well, it's not a rare sight, and it'll only get more common from here on out, but, I'm glad they actually let him do something in this game rather than just talk his mouth off. Well, I did have 4 elements in the last game. I'd rather get a few more now, so. Okay, so now we're gonna get Earth Power. Even earlier than we did in the last game. And it's still the best power. Well, actually, that's not true. All of the powers are pretty well balanced in this one, but I find Earth to be my favorite, so it's pretty much just pick the one that you like the best. I like Fire and Earth the best personally, but you can use whichever ones you want. They all have pretty decent effects, so. Yeah, purple's the color of power! It will help, that's for sure. Excuse me. Okay, we got a little bit of experience that we could use right now if we wanted to on Earth Power, but again, I'm going to hold on to the experience because I actually want to use it on the Earth Breath once we get it. So let's go grab it first after we deal with these golems, or rather just a golem, and his Earth Spirit buddies. Also, whatever the hell that is walking up on me. Oh, okay. Be right with you, Mr. Golem. Let me take care of this turtle first. He has the high ground. I have to let him come back down, otherwise I'm screwed. Even if he underestimates my power, I'll be screwed if he has the high ground. There we go. Oh yeah, did I mention that yet? You can fire off your breath in any direction if you really want to. It is quite helpful, actually. So, both of the upgrades in this area are in the second section of the level. So instead of worrying about that, we're just going to head straight for the straight for where Earth Breath is located. So, which is as usual in the bottom left corner. So let's go check it out. Oh, these guys are back. I'm not 100% sure if these guys are weak to fire, but they seem to take pretty good damage from it, so that helps a little bit. There we go, I hit him. Nice. I was already holding up. That's my bad. It's okay. I also like how there's a little bit of a light up effect when you use Fire Breath in this area. That's a nice touch. Just use your Fire Breath liberally. It's there for to help you, so. Of course, if you don't get any elemental mana gems back from the guy. That doesn't really make it very easy to keep using it, but... There we go, got him. Perfect. I'm just going to grab these real quick, but we want to keep heading down and to the left, so I actually took a bit of a side path just now. That's my bad. Yeah, you can kind of see down there, there's another spider enemy. That's where we want to be, so let's head down there. Oop, hang on, get rid of this guy first. There we go. I think those little guys respawn if you go too far off screen, but then again, I think that's how all enemies work in this game. They'll respawn eventually if you go too far away from them, so... You even get a little crowd control when you knock them away from you with the head bash there. See? Yep. Oh, that's not good. Oh, God. This is getting a little hairy. Hold on, I'll be right with you. There we go. One at a time. You keep pushing me that way, sir. I'm going to end up where the Earth Breath is. Hold on. Let me grab a few gems first. Oh, okay. I'm getting the heck out of here. Ow. Alright, why don't you come up here so I can fight you on even ground. There we go. And that's one. And that's two. Perfect. Alright, let's see what we got over here, shall we? They respawn here, but not in Dawn of the Dragon DS. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't know what they were... Dawn of the Dragon, the DS version, is kind of the worst version of that game, to be honest. It's not really... By comparison to the other ones, anyway, it seems like the worst version because it's just... I think it was made by the same people, too, which is kind of weird. But, I don't know. I like the console versions of Dawn of the Dragon better. That's just me. Anyway, we have found the element of Earth within the Earth Temple. I'll take it. Thank you. And the reason why I like Earth so much is because when you use it, it patrols along the ground directly in front of you, and when it hits an enemy, it will knock them back up into the air, even if they had already been mid-air during one of your combos, which means you can extend your combo even further by launching them into the air, dropping them back down, using the Earth Breath, jumping back up as they get launched back into the air, and then continuing to combo them and knocking them back down again. So it's pretty useful, I find. Again, it extends your combos even more than you had before this, and it allows you to be very technical with the combat system. Because you can get up to like 18 or 19 hits eventually by the time you're done with using the Earth Breath. I mean, that's where my record is anyway. You could probably get more if you're way better at this game's combat system than I am, but I'm okay enough at it to get by. Not great at it, but I'm okay. Oh yeah, and also you can use it to destroy anything with an Earth symbol on it, or basically cave areas with rocks that are kind of crumbling, so... We haven't encountered any of those types of obstacles yet, but we will. And yes, you can use the L button to swap over to the different elements. As you can see, we have Earth Breath now, but if you press the L button, there you go. So now you can swap which ones you had. Although I think it just switched my options somehow. Hold on a second. Let's see here, because I want the breath to be on so that's R normally, so I want that to be on the L button. And then I'm changing my controls while this is happening. That's why nothing's on the screen right now. I don't know if you can see the joypad configuration there, but okay, so now, yep, there we go. So now we can swap with the buttons I want. I just want my breath to be on the L button. Again, it makes it easier for me. It confuses me in my brain less, so. Why did they change it to this weird drop ball projectile in Dawn DS? It's the same in Dawn of the Dragon on consoles, although I think you get an Earth missile similar to the one that you get in this game, in the console versions. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think they decided to change things up just because, I don't know. I think it would have been more useful, but then again, in a 3D space, well, in a 2D space, which is what Dawn of the Dragon DS is, it's a 2D platformer again, this power is very useful. In a 3D space, maybe not so much. So maybe they were thinking of it in terms of like what was in the 3D version and they backported it to the DS version. I don't know. How much experience do I... Oh, That's disappointing. Okay, well, we can't quite upgrade Earth Breath all the way just yet, but we'll get more experience as we go. We should be able to upgrade it before the next boss, basically, all the way up. But now we want to get the heck out of here, so let's go see if we can do that. Let's see, the next upgrade is top right in the second area. So now we got to get to the second area of the temple, and then we'll be good. But here's where we started, so shouldn't be too far now. Nope. See, now I pressed the R button. The game confused me. Okay, well, there's your Earth Breath. Probably didn't get to see it too much there, but... yeah, it's kind of hard to demonstrate the juggling function of it by using a heavy enemy, but we'll demonstrate it later. There's a little bug flying around directly in front of my head, and it is not exactly making this easy. There we go. Yeah, at least I got that guy out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm used to the R button being, well, the R button though, because now I'm pressing it like I'm gonna use the breath function. Hang on, let me change it back. I could have sworn I had it on the other way, but apparently my brain is misremembering things, so... okay, we got it back on the R button, so let's see how that works for us. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Spirit Gem, you're in my way. There we go. I can't believe I dodged out of the way of that. I was holding my breath. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to dodge this, but I'm going to try. There we go. I hear a spider somewhere. Ah, there you are. Let's use the Earth Breath, even. Sir, if you hadn't broken me there, I could have done some more combos, so that's fun. I believe there's another upgrade over that way, but you can't quite get to it just yet. I think we might have passed up the door for it, but basically it's an ice door, so we can't use that just yet to get out of here. But we'll come back for it later when we get ice powers. At least now I can say which powers we're going to get without spoiling anything, you know. Not that it was a huge deal if I spoiled anything in A New Beginning, because, well, it's a new beginning, like, who cares? Alright, where'd you go? There you are. Stay on the screen so I can blast you. Well, these spiders don't seem to have enough health for me to really demonstrate what you can do with Earth Breath here, but we will run into enemies where they have enough health that I can demonstrate it, so we'll figure that out later. For now, let's move to the second section of the Earth Temple. Now you want to go look up a Dawn DS speedrun to see if they did the same thing that you did when you were younger? Oh, so you may have learned some speedrunning tricks when you were younger playing it, huh? Oh, interesting. Alright, so we need to go to the top right section and then the bottom right section to get the upgrades in this area, so I'm just gonna... I mean, there's probably, like, experience nodes and stuff along the other branching paths, but, again, we'll be okay. Well, actually, maybe I'll go to this one, because I think this is just this. That was kind of fancy, right? Look at all them spirit gems we got from comboing that guy. Okay, well, anyway, that gives you an idea of what you can do with the Earth Breath, but again, I'll try to incorporate it into a combo that's not on a heavy enemy, eventually. Almost got him, hold on. Just trying to get out of the way of the little spirit dude. Because I don't want him interrupting my combo. Like I said, he's the most annoying, and they're the most annoying enemies in the game because they interrupt your combos. And that's not cool. Do we have enough to upgrade Earth Breath now? Let's see. We sure do. Awesome. Probably just enough. But yeah, so upgrading the Earth Breath is actually fairly useful because it allows the Earth Breath to travel a further distance, and it will knock more enemies up in the air the further along it travels. It may even knock additional enemies besides just the one that you hit it with up into the air, so... And if we got anything else, we'll put it into Fire Breath so we can get that to level 2, and we'll go from there. Getting Earth Breath to level 3 will take a little while, so I'm not worried about that for now, but Yeah, we'll work on it. It's a project. All right. I see you over there. All right, come on. That should give you an idea of what you can do with the Earth Breath if you do it correctly. Like I said, you can basically hit an enemy up into the air with it, do some bite attacks, knock them back down, juggle them back up into the air with the Earth Breath, and then continue to air combo them until they fall over dead. So that's pretty cool. I'm going a little slow, A, because there's these turtles occasionally, and you know, never know when an enemy is going to run up directly next to you, and B, I'm not sure exactly where the door is to the end of the temple, but I don't feel like hitting it and having to redo this whole section. It's not a huge deal, but, well, you know, I'd rather not if I can afford not to. Oh, there's a relic. It's probably the health upgrade. Oh, slipped right through him there. Oh, I did it again. Damn you, stairs! I'll take that too, thank you. And I'll take this. And yep, there's another health upgrade for us. So far you should have 4, I believe. And actually we can check if we go to the abilities menu and we scroll up here to the health upgrades, we can check for details. And yeah, we have 4 so far. For these you should have 2. We're gonna go find a third one in just a second, and that is in the bottom right hand corner. So let's go see if we can find it. I think this is the way to the door, though. So. Ow. There we go. Oh, no, wait, this leads to some experience nodes, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll take these. I could use a little refill on my mana, and look, it even gave me the gems that I wanted for once. What a novel concept. Sometimes this game is a little finicky with the gems that it gives you, and it'll give you all the ones that you don't need in the health pickups and the, you know, all that stuff. So you got to be a little. Sometimes it's a little less than ideal, but yeah, I'll take it. All right, what do we got down here? Oh, Windows Defender summary. Thanks, Windows. I definitely needed that exactly right now. Oh, hello. Not enough ceiling room here to really air combo him, but that's okay. Hope you can see everything okay there. This temple's a little dark, so it's sometimes it's hard to see what's going on. I don't think that guy sees me yet, so I'm just gonna... Oh, now he sees me. Just gonna head this way. Nice. And that's one full combo, and there you go. Windows Defender, the only thing more useless than Sparks. That's mean, but yes, unfortunately in The Legend of Spyro, at least in A New Beginning, I would have to agree with that sentiment, unfortunately. Okay, I think the end of the area is... I'm going to just push forward gently here, because I forget if it's not right here. Okay, good. This is just some Spirit Gem node. So we want to go up here. I'm gonna just jump right past you there, sir, for a quick second and grab this energy upgrade. Now we can fight. Should have enough ceiling room here to actually do stuff to him. Yep. Yeah, as you can see, Earth Breath is very nice. Like I said, it's my favorite breath in this game. It's the most powerful breath in A New Beginning, but I don't know if I'd call it my favorite breath. I don't really have a... I guess Electric Breath would be my favorite one in A New Beginning, but in this game, it's definitely Earth Breath. Fire Breath is useful, but not as useful as this. So, anyway, here's the end of the level. We got everything we needed from there, so... His little chest piece there looks like a like a smiley face of some kind, like with the eyes closed and then like a really curved up smile. Anyway, this is the Earth Elemental, and he is the main one that I like to use the dodge roll for, as you'll see in a second. Hopefully I can pull it off properly. So you gotta watch his arms. When you see his arms go up like that, that's when you want to do a roll, because he'll either do a straight punch like that, or he'll do an overhead smash. But if you keep doing this, it's you could basically just get some combos in, trade hits a little bit. Well, you don't want to trade, but basically you want to hit him until his arms go up, and then you want to dodge roll, and that'll let you get out of the way before he whacks you one. You can also attack him from range like that if you really want to. But I find that using the breath powers here, it just sort of interrupts my rhythm, so I usually just do 1 or 2 hits and then just dodge away. And that usually works okay. I'll try using the elemental powers, because it'll end the fight a little faster, so. That was a little close. That was like a Dark Souls roll. I definitely waited till the last possible second there. And that takes care of him. Perfect. Grab all this EXP. Hopefully it doesn't go away before I grab it. There we go. And let's get out of here. Got another vision for me, mysterious figure? I mean, he's mysterious, but it seems like at least he's helping us a little bit, so that's good. Let's see what the Dark Master's forces are up to now. I keep almost saying Dark Forces. I mean, I guess they are Dark Forces, but specifically under the Dark Master's rule. Oh, well, that's good to know. I guess that's why I'm heading the way I am here. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, try to locate me while I'm in the dream world. Well, actually, my physical body is in the real world, so I guess if they located me now, that would be pretty bad. Okay, well anyway, we're done in the Temple of Earth, but we're not quite done here in the Temple of the Dragon Soul, because if we go back to the Temple of Fire, there's actually an Earth door that I don't think I showed when we were there last time that we can now open up. So we can go check that. Let's see how our combos are doing, see if we can get up to a 15-hit combo now. I don't think so. I think our best is 13 for right now, but I might be forgetting. I've played this game a few times through, just on its own, even without playing the rest of the trilogy, because it's a pretty solid GBA game, honestly, so. You know, we might be able to get it if we mix in fire somewhere. Well, not like that, so. I'll take these, though. Thank you. You can refill your mana if you all the way to full if you come in here. Unfortunately, you can't refill your health, but well, that would be a little bit OP, I guess. Yeah, I think about the best we can do for right now is 13, so we're going to need to get another attack in our, probably either our ground game or our air game before we can get the 15-hit combo and unlock that last door. So, and I mean, like I said, you could probably get it if you comboed in some fire and then swapped out your element midway through. I'm scrolling down on my guide, by the way, so that's why I paused just there. So you could probably do it if you swapped out fire in between everything, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do all of that. That's a little too complex for my brain to handle. I'm not that OP. So, alright, now, inside the Temple of Fire we go again. We gotta go grab an Earth upgrade that is in here somewhere, and I believe it's in the second part of the level, so let's head back that way. Don't want to hit... I think I'm gonna fight the enemies along the way, just to use our newfound Earth powers to smash them. That seems like fun. But generally we want to head this way, and there shouldn't be too many enemies that we'll fight along the way, so... I might actually... No, that's got a golem in front of it. I was going to say, I might actually grab that for a bit of a boost, but nah, we don't need that. Let's see. Bottom right is where we want to go in this one. We went top right last time. Well, really, we went for the middle, but... No. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. I'm not even going to bother. Well, we want to go bottom right, so we want to go down here. I don't know what is down here, but I guess we'll find out. There we go. I believe, yeah, I was going to say, a bit of a lava field here, but also there's lava falling from the ceiling, so you got to be a little careful. Ow. Nope, nope, not even... not going to look at it, not going to think about it. I mean, okay. Ow, ow. Mr. Turtle, can you, go somewhere besides here? Thank you. I think he's leaving. Slowly. I'm just gonna jump over him, forget it. He wants to play that way. It's fine, I'll get him next time. And by next time I mean right now when I jump past him. We got a spirit. Okay. Here's the earth door. Let's grab a little. Well, we got full mana, but that's okay. Let's pop this bad boy open, head over here. Oop, hello. And there we go. Got another health upgrade. Perfect. I'll grab what you've got. There we go. And then, if you are in the middle of an area and you don't feel like going back through the whole area, you can actually, inside of the Temple of the Dragon Soul, you can use the Exit to Temple option here on the menu to just exit the level immediately and head directly back to the main hallway. So that's pretty good. Helps a little bit. Yes, fight, kill them all. Their blood gives you more power. Hey, Marie, how's it going? Welcome. You did your 10K steps for your rest days, walked 5.35 miles, and burned 500 kilocalories. That is awesome, Marie. That's a really solid workout. Congratulations. Good on you. We are playing the Eternal Night on the GBA. It's a little different from the what we were doing on the PS2 just last week. So I think that's all we can do in here for right now in the Temple of the Dragon Soul. Yes, because the next upgrade we need to get, well, it's this 15 combo one in the Hall of Fang and Claw, so we can't get that just yet, but let's see. Yeah, we'll be able to get that the next time we come back here, so let's head the hell out of here, shall we? Your feet hurt, I can get that. I wonder why. Took a shower and now you're at work. Okay, well, it sounds like a productive day at the very least for you, so that's pretty good. Always good to have a nice productive day full of stuff to do. Welcome back to the waking world, Spyro. It took you long enough. I see you got rid of them. Good on you. Apparently all night, so... Well, I'm glad you finally got to do something rather than just talk about doing things and not actually get to do anything. The doctor of Save It To... Yeah, slow down there, man. He's still got the old David Spade isms in his speech here, even though we can't hear David Spade actually saying the lines. I mean, I can hear him in my head, but that's because he haunts me. Sparks from A New Beginning, that is, not David Spade. If he haunted me, we'd be in trouble. You're a bit of a durable spider, aren't you? It's because I'm not using Earth Breath on you. I figured one more combo would be enough, but apparently it was not. Okay, anyway, nothing to grab here, so let's just head up and generally defeat the bugs along our way. If I can turn on them. Yeah, they like to knock you off the ledges here, so that's fun. Again, Sparks, whenever you're ready to hit these bugs up, I'd be grateful, man. I can hear things shuffling above me, though, so that's good. Little dick. Ow. Well, at least I didn't get knocked off. I spoke too soon. I shouldn't have jinxed myself. That's okay. Get back up here. I'm not done with you. Oh, apparently I am because he collided with the ground. He took too much fall damage. Again, I'm immune to fall damage in this game, thank God, because I have wings. But apparently the enemies are not immune to fall damage, so that's fun. Gotta love juggling your enemies to death. There we go. That should work okay for us. Imagine being a game on the single most popular game console of all time and being inferior to the Game Boy Advance. Oh, you know how it goes. Apparently this game makes a bit of a mockery of the other... I think it makes a bit of a mockery of the other versions of the Eternal Night because, well, it wasn't for a lack of trying on Chrome Studios' part. but we know how much of a raw deal they got from Sierra, so... Just gonna start my combo early. Knock all these guys up in the air. There we go. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, so remember how I said there were some obstacles that you could burn with your powers or get rid of? There you go. And that'll let us get in here, take care of that guy. Oh, good. Now there's bats in addition to the bugs. Fantastic. Okay, Sparks just did the thing just there, but I kind of hit the guy before he had a chance to really do anything, so... He was gonna actually defeat that bug, so... He has a cooldown on his ability to do that, though, so... You can see the cave wall over there is getting destroyed by my Earth Breath, by the way. If you just use it like this, there we go. It will eventually break the wall. Nice, thanks Sparks, that was the only one left. Perfect. And over here we get a new upgrade, the mid-air charge. So now, just like regular charging, you can double tap, but in this case, while you're in mid-air, to do a charge diagonally. Like that. Maybe not that useful in this area because of the, you know, spikes, but... Well, it comes in handy occasionally. So, I think. I can't remember the last time I used it, but it probably comes in handy occasionally. Alright, I think that's it for upgrades in this area, though, so we can just kind of head out. Beat more bats! Thanks, buddy. Now I can go get the enemy that actually matters to me, which is the bat. Nice. Okay, there we go. I can hear more of them, though. Yeah, talk shit, get hit. I should know that. Yeah, I always say it, and then it's like, no, it's talk shit, get hit. It literally, that's all it is. You say something and you just get smashed, so. Can't wait till you start doing game requests again. You have suggestions that I will love and hate. That sounds ominous. Congratulations, you're now allowed to press square in the air. What the fuck? Yeah, well, maybe nobody said the upgrades had to make perfect sense, I guess. Alright, come down here, man, because I don't really want to come up there. Alright, fine, I'll come up there. Immediately regret it. Alright, fine. Be that way. But there is an upgrade directly above me here, but we can't quite get it just yet, because there's vines over here that I can slide off of, but, well, I can't actually climb on them yet, so we'll have to come back here later when we have the ability to climb those vines. So... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if I jump here, I'm gonna get whacked. I guess I'll take care of that guy. He was annoying me by standing up there flexing and not letting me kill him. Yeah, the GBA port of the Eternal Night is a Metroidvania. With the Devil May Cry combat system, by the way, I'll add, you may have seen my combo meter lighting up in the top right corner as I'm doing some varied up attacks on the enemies. But yeah, it's also a Metroidvania, which allows you to come back when you have new abilities, so... Yeah, there's your demo for the combo meter. That guy did not deserve what I just did to him. That was overkill. Go on, get off my cloud, sir. There we go. Alright, cool. Just get rid of that guy, and we just generally want to proceed through the level at this point. Like I said, I think we've gotten all the upgrades in this area. And we're sufficiently strong enough to kill most of the enemies in a couple of combos now, so that should help. Alright, there's your checkpoints. Not that we can rest on our laurels because there's bats everywhere. I think in order to do, because I keep doing that like cartwheel thing in the air, I don't really want to do it, but it's like an advanced movement technique that or rather an advanced attacking technique you can do. I think what you have to do in order to successfully pull it off is basically roll the D-pad in a complete circle when you're attacking, which, I mean, you may occasionally do if you're holding in a direction to hit them and then, like, you roll it up to do a launch and then you pull back on it. Yeah, you may occasionally actually roll it in a full, well, not a full circle, but 270 degrees anyway. Okay, hold on, sir. There we go. I gotta take care of the bats first before they give us some shit. Enemies seem tankier than a GBA game should have, and this is on normal mode. You should see what they look like on hard mode. Unfortunately, we can't access hard mode right away. It is locked behind beating the game once, so... Yeah, and enemies take damage from hazards, too, so you can actually use them to your advantage, yep. Metroidvania instincts activating. You want to climb, nerd? 1,000 gems. Yeah, unfortunately, or rather very fortunately for us, Moneybags is not in this game, so... Yeah. But yeah, this game's its combat system, I think, like I said before, it's one of the best parts because it's very versatile and it lets you kind of play around with it quite well. So, that did not launch you guys. Okay, hold on. Be right with you. Let me launch you first. There we go. Got him. Perfect. I'll take my prize now, thank you. I mean, my prize is a full combo meter, to be fair, but, you know. Oh, wait, hold on. Did we get... Let's see. I think we got everything here, actually. I don't think we... Yeah, I think we got everything here. Yes, we did, because that's the end of the Ancient Grove. Awesome. So now we can move on to Deep Grove, where the next upgrades are. That's what was confusing me. Because I'm looking at my list, I'm like, wait, are we there yet? No, apparently we're not. Alright, but let's move to the Deep Grove, shall we? We'll save our progress, and we'll head off. It's got the good music again, though, so that's good. Moneybags isn't in the reboot because he was taken out by the drug cartel in 2008 after a deal gone bad. Oh boy, so that's what he was up to while this game was happening. He's off doing some illegal deals. Fantastic. Alright, so there's a path up and to my right here that we want to take in order to get to the first upgrade here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold the phone. Be with you in a moment. I need to get out of there before I fall in the waterfall, because as you may have seen there, not only does Spyro not like water, enemies don't like water either. So, that's generally because water indicates the bottomless pit in this game, so... Alright, up and to the right is where we want to go. And I think it actually curves this way, and then it goes to the right, if I recall correctly. So, oh, hello. Wow. Gotta watch my head around here. I'm gonna whack myself off of a cliff in a minute. There we go. Oh, scavengers. I also like how they have, like, Mortal Kombat-ass sound effects when they get hit. That's fun. I believe the upgrade is directly over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is right there. I think, anyway. See, I was rolling the D-pad there, trying to get the bat behind me, and that's why I did the cartwheel, so... Like I said, advanced technique. You can use it if you want. But yeah, now that we've upgraded our Earth Breath, it can actually hit enemies behind the one that we originally intended to hit, so... Love how we just stared at each other for a split second there. Look into each other's eyes longingly before I viciously murder him. Anyway, as if we didn't already kill enemies pretty quickly as it is, we now have improved melee damage, so we can kill them even faster. Awesome. Let's see, our next one is in the third part of the level. We're in the first part, so it's going to be a little while before we find the next one, so... You know how to swim already, you purple fleshlight? Why do you fear the waterfall? I don't know if he knows how to swim in The Legend of Spyro, unfortunately. He learned it in the original, but he didn't necessarily learn it here. Excuse me. You play Rabby Rabby again, you just got Machinist to 60, so you get, I guess it's back to Palace of the Dead. Oh, Palace of the Dead post 60 is gross. I wish I had unlocked Heaven on High so I could use that instead, but I never did unlock it when I played. We're going to be doing Heaven on High probably for the stream at some point, but yeah. If I had to level up from 61 to 70 using just Palace of the Dead, I would not want to level up from 61 to 70. So, that's just me. Okay, well, there's where we were. You can actually kind of see it here in the, hang on. Uneven ground here, hold on. But you can see it on the wall here. There's those ladder things that I talked about before. So you could climb up that way, I guess. But, well, we don't have the ability to use wall climb for right now, so we'll get it. It's just not yet, that's all. Oh, Scavenger Commander. Hold on, sir. I need to kill a gnat that's in my eye. There we go. Thanks, Sparks. Again, Sparks actually does something. What? There we go. Got him. Perfect. Those guys can be pretty tricky, so don't underestimate them. They can hit you for some pretty good damage and hit you from pretty far away, too, because they've got those massive arms, so gotta be a little careful. Kind of like with these guys. These guys are a reskin of those Grove Beasts that we completely avoided at the beginning of the last game. I don't think I ever fought them. So, but we can beat them now, so that's good. Oh, you're not trying to level, just doing floors 1 to 100 soul. Okay, yeah, well that makes sense then. You were a clown who wanted to solo Palace while getting Kinna for the Dark Knight glam? How are you a clown for that? Is it because Dark Knight doesn't have as much sustain as it used to? I mean, it has some sustain, but... I think I got hit by the bug, actually, just there. Thanks, Sparks. He got the bug for me again. He must have heard me saying, yeah, whenever you're ready, buddy, and he was finally ready. Apparently I'm not getting, I was going to say, too many mana gems here, but that's okay. I'm getting a couple now. Yeah, see, all health. Sometimes you'll need something else, and it'll be like, oops, all of the wrong thing. Ow. The hell was that? Oh, one of the scavengers is up there. Okay. I don't think this is worth it for a small experience node, so I think we'll just leave. Oh, hello. I think I got the little gnat there, too. Good. Oh, let's see. Just do that. Charge right at them. I think I'm gonna... Oh, okay, I didn't hit the cloud. I heard him burp, and I was like, okay, am I gonna hit the little cloud thing? Oh, must have hit him with the AoE there. Perfect. And just like that, we're in the third part of the level. And I'm gonna switch to Fire Breath for this part because there's a beetle's nest. And we want to burn it before they knock me up and around too far. Yeah, so remember the beetle's nest from the Munitions Forge in the first game? This one actually gets destroyed, unlike the other one, and it has a goodie inside. A melee ability, which lets us do an additional attack on the ground. Awesome. Well, I missed that guy, but at least we got the upgrade before we left. Ow. Dick. There we go. Got him. I don't know if I can reach that from here. Maybe from a little higher up. Yeah, maybe I should just go around. That would be a little easier. Imagine trying to do late Palace with minimal stat boosts. Oh, yeah, that'll be a thing. It has hella burst now. Burst is the name of the game, Palace of the Dead. Well, that, yeah, and that's pretty good. Having that burst damage is pretty solid. Also, not trying to solo with Dark Knight. You just want the weapon for glamour. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Reassemble drill deletes enemies, and you can do it once a minute. Anyone want you to stream Rabby Rabby in the server? Want you all to experience the fever dream too? I would say go for it. I think it's a good idea. I would have to see when you were streaming it to see if I could catch any of it, but I think it's a good idea. If you so feel inclined, I'd say go for it. Combo. It's a hard word to translate it into teams, isn't it? I don't know what Cheems is, but... How are we doing on experience here? Oh, we've got plenty. Let's upgrade Fire Breath to level 2. And there we go. So yes, now we can do a continuous stream of fire, which is going to be pretty helpful. We'll save the rest of the experience for later for using it on Earth Breath to get it to level 3, but yeah. Okay, so the next upgrade that we're looking for is in a cave area that we'll be entering soon enough, so... This guy's having a bad day, I'll tell you what. Oh, I'm out of mana breath. Thank you. I'll take that. Out of mana breath. Yeah, I'm out of mana. That's what I mean. So I can't use my breath. There you go. That's a little better. Wow. Please stop having indigestion, sir. That is not okay. Take some antacid or something. I believe you can do a small fireball no matter what, even if you're out of mana as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, that's fine. Let that go. Well, there we go. Got that one too. I think the cave is coming up right about here. Yeah, here's the cave. Oh, hang on. We got to go up in order to get there. Let's see what we got here. Oh, more fire. Okay. And I'm already being met by some unwelcome guests. And no room to do any combos until we get up here, unfortunately. Thank you, Sparks. Again, I'm not sure if those guys are weak to fire or not, but they seem to take pretty decent damage from it, so... I had a feeling there'd be something up here. I could see the wall there. Yes, so if we come up here, we can use a slide. Awesome. So when you're on a slope now, you basically just press down, and it will roll you all the way down the hill like you're spin dashing, and it even gives you iframes, just like spin dashing. So this isn't a steep enough slope to do it, but for example, let's take this one. And it'll let you slide all the way down, and if there were any enemies in my way, it would have whacked them upside the head, and they would have had a bad day on the way down. I'll take those, thank you. Oh, hold on. There we go, got it. Oops, all health gems again. Imagine being able to spew mana. Yeah, that would be something. That'd be Fridays or Saturdays. Oh, okay, gotcha, because those are the days you're most available. Can't breathe if you're out of mana, bro. What the fuck are you doing spitting on everything then? Yeah, I suppose that wouldn't be good for my health now, would it? Yeah, we super Yahoo brothers now, yes. I can, only thing missing is my ability to long jump, then I could wahoo. If this is the superior GBA version, what's the PS2 port like? You don't want to know. Just trust me on that one. You don't want to know. Okay, so yeah, like I said before, enemies are a little afraid of water too, because if you knock them into it, it instantly kills them, and makes it a lot easier for you to take care of them. Oh, that guy just jumped off the edge on his own. That's fun. I'm okay. I'm not okay. I was going to say, I'm glad that didn't knock me directly into the water, but it sure as hell did. Oh, that's funny. Getting overzealous. Water insta-kills enemies. Sure, okay. Wish Metroid Fusion had things like that. Boy, that would be helpful. It's a product of its time featuring Spyro's dark, edgy society form. Oh, the dark, edgy society form is... It's something. We'll talk about that later. It's a terrifying answer. Yeah, basically, you know how A New Beginning was? How it was generally, like, the combat was more fun to break than it was to actually try to play around. So imagine that, except all the enemies kill you in 3 hits or less throughout the game, even if you get health upgrades. And they took away all the fun stuff that lets you break the combat system in the first game. But they fixed checkpoints, so now if you die during a battle, all the enemies respawn with full health. And that's about all they were able to do in addition to making a new game in the 11 months that Sierra gave Chrome Studios to make Spyro the Eternal Night on the PS2. It's not a good look, and it's the reason why Chrome Studios... They worked on Dawn of the Dragon, but they didn't really get to do much with it, so... Ow. Well, there he goes. Let's see, are we done with upgrades now in this area? Yes, we are. Okay, cool. I think we're almost done with the level, too, for that matter. Yeah, when they start giving you a whole bunch of crystals like this right in the main path, it probably gives you an indication that you're pretty much done with the level, so... Yeah, they got to work a little bit on Dawn of the Dragon for the first few months, but again, Sierra gave them very little time to work on it. So they said, no, we want this to be the best it could possibly be and let this have a conclusion that's actually good. And so they handed it off to a different studio, a smaller studio that had more time to develop on the stuff that they could, while Chrome had other projects to do. And this other studio, which we'll talk about when we get to Dawn of the Dragon, finished out Dawn of the Dragon and made it actually pretty decent, I think. So it is. It's pretty tragic. It's not fun to play at all. It's actively, like, unfair in some cases, because they'll throw wave after wave after wave of gigantic enemies at you that can stun-lock you to death, and again, you die in 3 hits or less, and you have no iframes, so you can just get annihilated without even... You go from full health to empty if you let the enemies gang up on you enough, so... Oh, you think he's down here? I mean, it's possible. I don't know if that's a good idea, Spyro. I mean, I guess if we get him on our side, that would be a powerful ally for us to have for any particular situation that we get into, but... Because that would bring us directly into the arms of the scavengers, wouldn't it, Sparks? Also, Spyro's not having it, because he's just going straight there. Yes, he does, in fact, mean warn him when he says warn him. So let's go warn Naga and let him know that the scavengers are looking for him, so he knows to expect an ambush. Anybody seen anything that looks vaguely like a Naga? Probably a giant snake somewhere? I don't think so, Sparks. Usually Naga's code for a snake creature. I don't know, can we get out of here? I don't know how to wall climb yet. Oh, yeah, that would be a Naga. More like a Raha Naga, but the game just refers to him as Naga, so... I'm not going to give you credit where it's due. I'll say you probably were right here, but Naga looks a little angry, so maybe that's our fault. Alright, so we got to fight Naga now, so let's bring him out into the arena first. Let him wander over here. Now, you can dodge roll out of the way of that. And there you go. And it'll actually get it stuck in the ground, which will let you do some damage to him. You don't want to try to do any damage to him when he has the shield up, though. So if you see him put the shield up, just run away, because it's easier to just do that than it is to try to do something else. Now, you can break the shield, eventually. Ow. But, it's pretty tanky. Hold on. Itch on my leg. There we go. It's pretty tanky, the shield. I mean, it's a shield. Of course it's pretty tanky, so... And there goes more of the, that stuff. Yeah, Naga's not too easy. Hang on, I might be able to do something with him here. No, I'm gonna have to stay on level with him, because otherwise, well, you know, not gonna work so well for us. Yeah, try to dodge the sword attack, that's the main thing, and then just hit him when the sword is stuck in the ground like that, so, okay. Grab the health gem, don't get hit by the sword while you're at it. But yeah, try to hit him when the sword's in the ground, that's the main thing. You'll notice, by the way, that his health bar gets an armor thing on it. Ow. When he has the shield up, so. And, I mean, if you break it, you can eventually, you know, then you don't have to worry about that at all, but... Yeah, try to get out of there if you do see him blocking, though, because if you don't, well, he could hit you with the shield bash, and that's not good. The only problem that I have with this particular boss fight is that you can't see the rocks when they're falling from the ceiling. And that's a little unfair, but I mean, I'll take it. It's fine. This is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, to be fair. So, mandatory upgrade time. Mandatory upgrade time. We're gonna need to. It's a little tricky, yeah. They don't give you a whole lot of health to help this out with it. The ground is kind of uneven, so he can kind of hit you in a bunch of different ways, even when you don't intend to let him hit you. And the sword is very large. And also, it brings up the worst part about the combat in this game, which is that the dodge roll, like in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, is relegated to double tapping one of the D-pad buttons, which has never been a responsive option on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know why the developers thought of any game, for that matter, thought it was a good idea, but ow. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. How am I supposed to see that, you know? Alright, don't poke too much with the shield. Just do a little bit. Ow. He's also considered a heavy type enemy, so you can't really what's it called? Okay, I'm gonna stop cheesing in a second, I swear. It's not even doing that much damage to him, to be fair, so. But yeah, don't get hit by the shield bash, run away, and try to stay away from his projectile if you can as well. Or you could just do that, and that'll... Now you can kind of pin him to the wall up here, I guess, but it's not as easy as it sounds. And yeah, even if you try to lock him into place like that, with the shield here, he'll eventually do a shield bash on you, even if he stops the animation. So, yeah, see. Now, we are kind of getting rid of the shield this way, so maybe we'll keep this up for a little bit, just to see if we can, you know, rake it on him. There we go. Okay, shield gone, so that should make things a little easier. Because, unfortunately for Naga, like the fire elemental, he has no stun resistance whatsoever. So every single attack will interrupt him completely. So you want to get rid of him, get rid of the shield. Apparently that's the best way to do it. So the next event, by the way, doesn't trigger until you grab all of the experience in here. So try to grab it, because it'll come in handy. I mean, GBA Chain of Memories just plain sucks. Combos are you just kind of lose. Pretty much, yeah. But there you go. Apparently the best way to defeat him, get him stuck in the corner, instead of bringing him out into the arena where the uneven ground kind of messes around with us. And then just break the shield by tapping it until it breaks. And then just, you know, swat him out of midair. So that's cool. Uh-oh, scavengers. Guess we're gonna have to bust out of here as it is, Sparks. Oh boy. Wow! Well, that's not good. They set a trap for me! You've only seen like 3 before this. So I don't know if that's much of a... Oh, okay, you were talking about that guy. Great. I mean, I did defeat Naga. Kind of a shame, really. He could have been a powerful ally for us, but apparently not. Uh-oh. We're gonna be taken to the arena! Well, that's not good. Unfortunately, now we don't have access to the other levels for quite some time. We're going to have to escape from Falmouth Arena in order to go back through the Grove and get to the Chronicler. But will we be able to convince these pirates to let us go free, or will we be forced to fight for their entertainment? Find out on the next episode of The Legend of Spyro: The Eternal Night, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, this game isn't too long. Like I said, it's about 6 hours long, so this seems like a decent place to stop so we don't have to stop mid-level, and that'll allow us to kind of stretch this out for a whole week. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody take care, and have a good one. Adam, welcome. So glad you got here right at the end. Apologies. Well, the VOD will always be there for you, but missed a good time. This game's been good so far. I anticipated it being. It's pretty damn solid for a GBA game, and for, it's Metroidvania-esque. But hopefully you'll be able to see the rest of it either on the VOD or on the next stream. Zach Blackbeard from Ocean's Heart. It might have been, yeah. Pretty much. Oh, you've been here. You've been lurking, I see. Well, thank you for being here for as long as you were. You've enjoyed it. Well, it's only going to continue from here, because we got 2 more streams of this. And on that note, I'll be back on Thursday to continue this. Take it easy, everybody.